Just been off to drop my daughter off at Guides tonight, so I thought I'd take this opportunity to shoot today's video back in the mobile office before I go back in the house into the bedtime chaos. Anyway, so yesterday I talked about building habits and the 21-day thing, and got me thinking that really this is like a three-phase approach to building this habit, which is probably something that is true for most habits that we try to build. So my first phase, if you will, of the daily video thing is just to get into the habit, literally just to start doing something without worrying too much about exactly what it is I'm putting out. And I'll be the first to admit that some of the videos I put out over the last 22 days have just been to tick a box, but I'm okay with that. And right now there's very few, if any, eyeballs on anything that I'm putting out, and maybe that'll always be the case. But the first phase is just to get things going, just to get things started, and not to worry about the outcome. And I think that's a big mistake that many of us make, is we start doing new things and we expect to get a result straight away, and then we get disappointed and disheartened and discouraged when we don't experience the result that we want, and so we stop doing the thing, rather than seeing it for what it is, which is just a case of building those processes into our daily lives before we then move on to phase two. And phase two for me is going to be about making it more effective. And I kind of feel like I'm already doing that. Yesterday's video, we talked about attention, intention, repetition with regards building habits. Today we're talking about this three-phase approach. So I'm starting to move into a little bit more of the thinky, teachy, coachy stuff that I generally talk about and write about, and hopefully it'll sort of I'll start moving a little bit more into sharing things that may well help you, and you might be able to take some of these ideas and make sense of them in your own world. So the second phase is about making things more effective. Haven't got any sort of catchy name for that yet, but that's really what it is. The third phase is where you start transforming, and it just becomes a part of what you do, and it's no longer something you have to think about. And we talked about that yesterday with regards to the attention, intention, repetition. You do that enough, and it moves right from the back, from the front of the brain to the back of the brain, to the area of automatic behavior. So start off creating the habit, doing something just minimum effective dose, as Tim Ferriss would have it. What's the smallest amount of stuff, something you could do to still be taking some sort of positive action towards the goal? That's the first phase. I have no idea how long that's going to last for. I feel like I'm transitioning out of that anyway at the moment, but I'm pretty sure there'll still be some duff videos coming up. If I have got nothing to think about, I've still got to put a video out there. The second phase then is making it more effective. So whatever it is you're doing, how can you turn up the heat on it? How can you do more of it, do it better, whatever it is that you're doing? In my case, it's with the videos. It's two things actually. It's first of all putting out better quality content. Three things if you include getting things like the lighting better. I realized that doing this in a car in the dark with a crappy little light there for the lighting isn't the best videography, but hey, I'm working with what I got. And the third thing is actually looking at the techie stuff behind YouTube channels, and I will be looking into things like YouTube. I'm not tagging any of these videos at the moment. It's just not. I'm just not doing it, and I will go back and I'll start tagging these videos. And that's kind of the third thing really for this particular phase, the doing things better phase. And then moving into that third phase, really into the transformation, and then you really, if it's going to be something that's going to be of value, the third phase is where you should really be expecting to see some results, possibly even in the second phase, but definitely the third phase. There's no hard and fast rules as to how long these different phases last for. I like to give it a good couple to 3 weeks of the just get things going phase, just to get into the habit of it, whatever it is I'm doing. I remember doing this with the cycling when I took up Ironman a couple of years ago, and also with the swimming. Just get going, just do something for a few weeks and just build that habit, make it something you're used to doing. And then you start working on the effectiveness, and then it becomes transformative, and it's just something that you do. Yeah, I had today meant to talk about where I am with this new idea I've got for a talk on taking critical feedback, but I'll save that one for tomorrow. Speak to you then. Bye for now.